here's the real story, okay? This dude has doxed my information. Y'all told me it was doxing. I didn't even know. I just thought it was a crazy person just, losing his mind. And I even told y'all, look, I don't wish bad on nobody. Like, I wish dude get it together because I don't know why he would continue to do this. He didn't dox it once. He didn't dox it. He doxed it twice. And I mean, I only know it was two times simply because I have the videos.
Yeah, Anton Daniels came out and made a video about Lakeysha Keysha talking about some of the history, her legal histories, and put her information out there. She said he put her address out there, what is the definition of doxing. She got pissed off, came out, did a video about him calling his daughter ugly. So it was just a tit for tat. But I get it. You punch somebody, somebody's going to punch you back.
I'm not watching his content. I don't have time to watch his content. I can't watch his content and create content for myself. Let me just get y'all on the right page so that y'all understand what's really going on here. Okay. So let me kind of let y'all understand what's going on. Doxing is serious. It's not anything to play with. Okay. It's nothing serious to play with. So it has been done to me twice. Now she jumps on the internet. We gonna play what she said, misusing words, making up shit like that's what she does. This woman was sued for what? Doing what? Lying. She was lying, okay? So getting on this internet with all of this, and we'll react to that later. And now you try to tie, she doesn't say my name, but she tries to tie it to me. I even pinned a comment. They was in the comments like, "Oh no, you was not the first one to have it." Because I wasn't, girl. Stop lying. Don't use my name and say anything about that, or you're gonna be in trouble because you are simply telling a lie. You want to say, "Oh, she went to my girl." Stop telling lies. And I emailed you and I told you this because I don't got anything to hide. The video was on the internet and I shared it just like everybody else.
And you got to respect Lakeysha Keysha. She said she did reach out to Tasha K by email and said, look, if it was me, I'll take it down. But at least she did extend the line of communication and try to handle the situation before it got public and got out of control.
But what she wants to do is protect a predator, okay? Because this is what I see. Now, I could be wrong. It seems like she's saying, oh, you're saying you were doxxed, but that's what you're doing. Girl, use my name and say that word and see what happened to you, okay? Because you are lying, okay? You are telling a bold-faced, little bootsy lie. That did not happen, okay? How interesting is it that she comes out making all these statements about this man, but you can't stand on what you said? You said all this stuff about him. They done put it all over the internet, and now you're fighting your life and want it off all of a sudden. What is that all about? If you guys saw, there was a Zoom that was going around social media with the lady and, I don't know, I guess people that subscribe to her platform. Okay. I saw it and was like, well, I saw it for a couple of days. And let me just be honest, because one thing I don't do is tell lies. I don't lie because for one, I wouldn't remember the shit. So I like my authentic self. So I don't tell lies. I don't care if you like it or you don't. That's why I tell the truth, because I want you to know if you like it. And then if you don't, just skittle scattle along. Okay.
This is Lakeysha Keysha, and she is discussing the new twist of the Anton saga, which comes down to Tasha K. Tasha K has a platform, a private platform. She had a discussion, a meeting, and Anton names was brought up, and that information was filmed. It was shared screen, and a lot of content creators started to make videos on it. Now Tasha K is claiming you guys doxed one of her members. She's having issues with employment XYZ. Let Lakeysha Keysha tell her side.
So I should have known, but I really didn't think, to be honest, because I know, oh, dang, that could be copyrighted. But to be honest, I was like, oh, okay, because it was everywhere. Okay. So that was me made a bad mistake. Like, dang. But to make up lies and try to make something seem as if it's not, um, it's really crazy to me. And it gives, ma'am, that you are triggered and you are angry because I wasn't the first one that shared that video. In fact, I was watching someone else's live when they were sharing it. Okay, so that is just simply not. And the doxing stuff that she's making up is a lie. It really boils my blood when the internet is here. You can look on it and you can learn different things. I learned about the doxing when the people reached out to me. Now, isn't it quite interesting now that we're talking about doxing after a predator has put my information all over social media? Isn't that really odd that you're saying doxing? Ma'am, this is why we have so much content over here because you be saying stuff out the back end of your ASS. That is
And she's absolutely right. This is what is creating all the content. Every day there's a new twist. Every day there's a new term. Now Tasha K is mixed up in this Anton saga that will not end.
not doxing, sweetheart. Let me, as a matter of fact, I'm going to just go to the internet and read it. Read it, okay? Because I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly, okay? But I do know what it means, but I want to make sure I'm correct, okay? Let me tell you what doxing is. First of all, it's illegal. People, you can be doxxed by mistake. That does happen. Keep in mind, if you dox somebody by mistake, it's a mistake. I mean, we've all made mistakes. Doxing is something that comes with a malicious intent. Let me kind of break it down for y'all. Some content creator is angry because you keep talking about them. So they do videos revealing your personal information. See, I have those videos that this person did it to me, okay? That is doxing because what is the malicious intent behind it? The malicious intent behind it is, oh, I'm going to put out her information and then she'll stop talking about me. That is the malicious intent. Now, I well, I can't say I understand because a lot of stuff just don't bother me. So, content creators create content about folks all the time. I just never address it. I was scrolling, I don't know, a few days ago, and I saw this Negro straight up lying. When I tell you he was lying,
Yeah, and like she say, people put people's information out there. Sometimes it could be intentional, sometimes it could be by accident. But recently, there has been a lot of doxing going around. People getting upset. Somebody mentioned their name. They want to come back and fire back at them and put their business out there. And sometimes it is illegal.
I got mad because I was like, what are these folks up here just lying like this? He was like, yeah, they rolled up to Lakeysha Keysha house. Baby, listen, rode up to who house? You gonna know who rode up to my house depending on how they come out. If you roll up, I bet you won't be rolling out.
Hey, Lakeisha Keisha let it. Hey, she make it play. She ain't to be played with. She already told y'all about her history. She done been in jail. She from the hood, but she's trying to change her life and has changed her life. But you guys keep triggering old Auntie Lakeisha Keisha, and she'll snap. She will pop.
You will be rolling up to get rolled out. Okay, I watched this old video and I said, why is Negro lying like this? What is, huh? Just lying. So this is what people do, okay? And this what differentiates me because, baby, listen, you just sitting up here telling the whole lie. He said they rolled up to the house. What? What is y'all talking about? This dude just literally lying. I have saw more videos where they are lying their ass up. I don't Sometimes I may leave a comment, but I just be like, okay, I feel like it's those folks' content. Let them folks do what they got to do. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it does get irritating, but you couldn't be more irritated when somebody brings or presents a good argument because I'm not the only one presenting the argument. Okay. We have been breaking down this woman's bankruptcy case, and obviously she's triggered. But let me make sure y'all understand. I don't have any friends here. I don't know these folks. If I get information, I just present it. I don't have anything bad against her. I don't hate her.
And like she said, the information that Tasha K is referring to was about Anton and about him having an adult son. And people took that clip and they ran with it. And I'm sure Anton got pissed off. Tasha K got pissed off. But sounds like it was one of Tasha K Wano's that really was triggered.
I don't not like her. I don't even know her. I am simply presenting the information. And I keep saying that because imagine what it would feel like to run on whatever that is that you don't like her. I don't like her. I don't know the lady. Like I literally don't, which makes it very good for me to talk because I don't have anything against anybody. I'm just looking at the information. But what I have known about her and just hearing from other people is she usually don't strike people channel. Now I've heard people say, "Oh, Tasha K wanted me to, told me to remove this." I've saw videos where she said that. So the fact that she got on her video, which now is
And also, like she said, she was not the only one that placed the video out there. There was tons of YouTube videos with this footage. So it wasn't just Lakeysha Keysha. There was a lot of content creators using that footage that Tasha K seems to be upset about.
gone. Look at that video that she did last night. It's gone, but I still have it right here. Y'all know how people screen record stuff. That's how we hear. That's not something that she normally does. And if it is, y'all let me know. So it was very interesting that now she came out and said all of this, deleted the video, but the video is still there. I'm gonna play it, okay? And then you use the word doxing. Now you didn't say my name, and please don't, because if you get on this old good old internet lying, using my name, saying something like that, you're gonna have problems because that is a lie. And I sent you an email and I told you it was a lie because one thing y'all can understand from me is I ain't gonna lie. I'll just, if I don't want to talk about it, I'll say I want to talk about it, or I don't want to. I don't lie. That's just not my forte. That's her forte. So
all right, so major announcement for the winos. I want to apologize deeply for y'all information leaking. We had a security breach on TashaKLive.com.
She wants to apologize for your information leaking. Those videos are still on the internet. There's no information. It is, let's say if I did a Zoom, I can make my name Kitty Cat. I can put my name on there. That is not, what is this lady talking about? She's making it seem as if it's something that is not. This is what irritates my soul. What information being leaked? You act like it's somebody SSN numbers or you do y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, ma'am, what are you talking about? Why wasn't you this critical when that lady said stop talking? The lady asked you to stop lying on her, but you're still lying, but just not on her. You notice how she don't use the name, which I'm glad she learned that, but it cost her $4 million.
We have our private Zooms where you guys can come in. You guys are professionals, you're lawyers, you're doctors, you're
your lawyers, your doctors. Don't nobody prescribe to you that's a lawyer or a doctor. These are only, never mind.
Nurses, your government workers, your technology workers. Y'all are not in the limelight.
Okay, let's just stop it right there. Because she went into saying government workers. I done shared y'all my background. Girl, I worked for the government several times. There is no law that says you can't. That's a lie. So when you say government, be specific. What exactly are you talking about? So what I'm hearing from this video that she's now deleted is, oh, these people can't be on the internet. So tell me this, because at first when she said it, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But now after I think about it, you're a government worker. You are
Yeah, it was probably a government worker.
on
And The government worker was on the clock, on the job, online with Tasha K when you're supposed to be working for the government. So if that gets seen and sent to somebody, yeah, you can lose your job for that.
A Zoom that you know anybody can pay to be a part of. This is not a private thing where, this is literally on a public platform. All you got to do is pay. If you pay, you can see everything. So, what are you talking about? These are the things that make you say, girl, stop telling them damn lies. You're a government person, you're not public. So then, why did you, ma'am, decide to put that on there like that? And to be honest, there was nothing malicious said that, oh my God, she said she unalived somebody. There was nothing. They were truly having conversation, talking about different things. There was nothing on there, to be honest. Nothing at all. The only thing was the stuff about food time. That was the only thing. That was the only thing that people were actually playing.
Right. If anybody should be mad, it should be Anton. Y'all accusing the boy of having a child out of wedlock. Saying Anton has an adult child is kind of wild. Could it be true? Yeah, it can, but that is some wild things to be insinuating about somebody.
Allegedly, somebody saying he had a child. Then she drug him for filth.
Okay? You're not public figures, you're not clout chasers, none of that. Where a specific person, content creator, has been.
She say a specific person, a content creator. I was not even the first one to put it out. So if I got the video, wouldn't I put the video out first? Like, if I was the specific content creator, say my name if you want to. Say my name tied to some lies, and I'm a Cardi B your ass.
Hey, Lakeysha Keysha is entertaining. You gotta love this lady.
Subscribed to TashaKLive.com and listening in on the lives, which is.
So let me make sure, let me correct y'all. I have subscribed to her Tasha K Live to watch Food Time's interview. Okay. That is the only time. Okay. Then after the videos came out, I was like, oh, what's these? Let me see what that's all about. I was originally on here telling y'all to go over there and check it out. Then I came back and said, y'all, if that shit, because guess what? The way she got it set up, baby, you pay and you try to come back to watch it, you can't. It keep trying to send you a code. So I don't subscribe to that. I have Netflix. I have all these different subscriptions. I do not subscribe to all these different things because I don't watch it. There's no reason for me to subscribe to her website. I did go over there after I saw the videos because I was like, what is this? Where did it come from? So again, more lies.
Fine. I have no issues with that. We have a lot of content creators that come in there and they review the content. But where things got real.
Review the content. Okay, girl. Pay attention, no, because she said review the content, but the content that she's referring has went from reviewing the content to, oh, it was a security breach. A security breach.
Dangerous is the fact that they took and screen recorded the Zoom with y'all's personal information in there.
What personal information, ma'am? If I go to any YouTuber's live, let's say somebody is doing a live, whatever my screen name is will show up. My screen name could be my real name. It can just be a name that I created. This is what I'm talking about. This is her protecting a predator, okay? What real name? Please don't say my name. Oh no, say my name, say my. And now this video is gone.
Okay? And when that leaked, my heart just dropped because, like, we've been doing this.
when that leaked, her heart just dropped. Do y'all know it's probably been a week that those videos has been out on the internet? How convenient is it that after a week you realize that those videos were all over the internet? All over the internet. And I thought, like, when I emailed this whole, I told her, stop lying. I wasn't the first one to put that video out there. I saw it on somebody else. And then after I saw it on their channel, by the next day, it was on like 5 or 6. I know 5 for sure, different, including that one, which would have made it 6, okay? Different channels. So why are you making it seem like it was me? Do y'all see it's kind of targeted? And I'm getting now that she's pulling in doxing, which, girl, that ain't doxing, it's copyright. And you tried it with YouTube and they told you that. So
Yeah, I don't think she's necessarily pointing the finger at Lakeysha Keysha. She never said Lakeysha Keysha's name, but you know, Lakeysha has been running her name in the ground, talking about that bankruptcy stuff, talking about her GoFundMe scam and all that stuff. So I know Tasha K is feeling some kind of way about this young lady.
stop lying.
6 years, and we haven't had issues. Yeah, people may take my content, repurpose that. We'll get it down if it infringes on the copyright. A lot of times they take the clips that we put out across social media as a whole and they can review it because we want that.
So did y'all hear what she just said? She don't care if people review it because she wants them to review it. But now you say person. Let me make sure y'all understand. When you talk about doxing, it is doxing if you release somebody's social security number or something like that. How is that doxing when you don't even know? Doxing is a malicious intent. I'm going to do this to you because I want you to shut up, okay? You need to shut up, so I'm going to do this to you. That is doxing. Doxing always involves some kind of internet platform or forum. But if I decide to say, this is my real name, my name is Tina Snow, I'm Tina Snow, okay? And then content creator X come out and say, yeah, Tina Snow over there, that content creator did not dox my name.
Yeah, Lakeysha Keysha is right in this instance. Nobody intentionally or maliciously took that person's information, and I think she was only complaining because her name was screen captured. She had listed her real name on her screen board. Most people, like she say, will list their nickname, but if they run her real name and her boss or the feds get a hold of it and they run the tapes and say, hold up, you were on the clock at 1 p.m. and you were on this Tasha K live for 1 hour or 2 hours. What else have you been doing? Let me go ahead and go into your computer and see what the hell else you got going on. And they're going to find a whole bunch of stuff and you'll lose your job.
Because I have already shared with you guys my name. So this lady talking about this is doxing when they decided to use whatever name they use. That is not doxing. That is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. But then in the same sentence, she says, oh, I want you guys to share it because we get people. And she's right, because the person who I saw it on their channel, I actually told them about Tasha K when I saw it being, because I was like, oh, well, check out the Tasha K. But unfortunately, girl, I have a lot of things to do. And I was not the one to see your videos. In fact, I didn't even know that people did stuff like that, like have conversations and be on a Zoom. I didn't know. Now, there's some interesting terms to this story because people are saying the real problem is, now I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know, is that one of the employees was using the government's Zoom to hold these. Now, if that's the case, then you do fraud, so you associate with people that do fraud. You can't use the government system to hold a Zoom. Now, I don't know if that's true, but some of the people were saying that. So I guess, but then why would you put it on the internet, ma'am? That's like me when I was working for the government to do a YouTube video during the hours I'm supposed to be at work. Well, not a video, to be on live, because you can do a video and upload it. It doesn't mean that you're doing it at the time you upload it. So how am I going to be on live and I'm supposed to be working? Because they'll be like, well, wait a minute. How did you understand what I'm saying?
publicity, but there was a line that was crossed. And the line was crossed is when you have people that are at a federal job and their co-workers are on Tasha K Live saying, is this you on the YouTube channel with your profile picture?
Okay.
Wow.
Y'all understand what she's saying? She said, it looks like those people were supposed to be working.
Yep.
I don't know, because I don't know when that Zoom took place or the date or anything. So she said, people were saying, is this you? Is this you?
Oh, Lord.
So if I'm supposed to be working and I am on a Zoom.
But the crazy part about it, if her coworkers spotted her out and identified her, then you know some of her coworkers, the word's gonna spread. It's gonna get around to her supervisor. I'm sure that lady was panicking. She knows her ass is grass. She's probably gonna lose her job.
What's the real issue here? The real issue is, were you stealing the government's time by being on a Zoom? I don't know, because there's no leak here. That's simple copyright. Don't put the stuff out there. I did a hearing where I went to court, okay? And after that, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to go to any more court hearings. I'm just going to take notes, because people will use your stuff and they're going to put it all over the internet. That's just what they do. But I put it on there.